Hello guys, welcome to another one of Green Pirate's videos. So, in this video, I will be showing you how to make a water elevator that has controllable floors. So, whatever floor this arrow is pointing to, when you enter the elevator, you will stop on that floor. So, you may recognize a similar looking elevator if you watch the Hermitcraft series from Iscal's view. So, in Hermitcraft Season 7, he built an elevator in Pacific that had multiple floors and floor selector like this. It was a water elevator. Thing is, as I was watching that, I was thinking there was a simpler way to build it. So I went ahead and tried to build it myself, but my own simpler version, and it works. So then I decided I'd make a tutorial showing how to build this super simple water elevator that has multiple floors. So let me just give an example showing that it works right now. I'm gonna switch it to floor 4. As you can see, each of these little things sticking out represent the floor. So we'll go all the way up, and then on this floor, I'll stop. It is labeled floor 4. Now if we go down and change it to another one, let's do floor 7 and go in. This should bring us all the way up to floor 7. And there we go, floor 7. Works. And as you can see, the redstone isn't that complicated. It's basically just a bunch of torch towers and some redstone lines leading off. But now I'm going to show you how to build it yourself. First thing you're going to want to do is place on the soul sand where your elevator is going to be. Then build up the elevator chamber around it, however high you want it. So once you create the elevator shaft, you're going to create the openings where you want the floors to be, and these can be any height apart, as long as it's at least 2 blocks. Then in these openings, you're going to get either signs or fence gates. I think I'm going to use fence gates. Put them in between, and if it's fence gate, open it, and just do this on each doorway. Now, on each floor, besides the very bottom one, we're going to go in and place a dispenser on the bottom block of the doorway straight across in the back wall, like I did here. So do this on each floor. And by the way, you can extend this to go as tall as you want. So if you're using an item frame for the selector, it can go up to 8 floors. If you're using a lectern, it can have up to 15. Now we're going to go up to the top and place a water bucket at the very top, let it drop all the way down. Then at the bottom, place kelp and make a kelp pillar going all the way up to the very top. So this turns all the blocks into water source blocks. Then you can remove the kelp, and it will create a bubble column. Here we go. Should bring you straight to the top now, automatically. Now behind each dispenser, you're going to place a block, and then another one, oops, there. So this will lead off to, I guess, the input, and just going to do the same on each floor. Now we're going to build a selector panel. So if you're using an item frame, create a 3x3 wall like this. If it's a lectern, you can simply just place a lectern wherever you want the input to be. And you can also label floors here, like so, with each floor on a different block around the item frame. And you'll want to go around clockwise. So first floor at the top, second floor top right, and just continue all the way around. Now, I only built 3 floors that you can go to with this example, but you can extend it up to 8. Now on the back of the selector panel, we're going to place a block down here, and this is where this white block is where the item frame is on the other side. Now we're going to put a comparator leading from that block, and you can know if it works correctly if this starts glowing, or turns on basically, and that's also if there's an item in the item frame. Now we're going to put a block in front of that and place it on a comparator. Use shift while placing the block. Okay, we're going to do another comparator here. And then place blocks in this direction. And the number of blocks you place here is the number of floors you have. So 1, 2, 3. So I have 3 floors on this one. Now we're going to double that, and then place 3 blocks down here, like so, and do the same here. So you'll have this kind of pattern. Now we're going to cover this part with redstone dust, put repeaters in here, redstone torches on top of that, redstone torches underneath here in the back, and then from this comparator, or the blockage on, we're going to do a line of redstone dust, and then repeaters leading into these blocks. So this is now how your mechanism should look. And as I rotate this in the item frame, different torches should turn on. So that's floor 2, and that's floor 3. And if I rotate all the way around back to floor 1, it goes back to the first one. Now we're going to make a torch tower on each of these going to the corresponding floor. So this is floor 1, and we want it to connect to this dispenser, which is floor 1. So I'm going to make a torch tower like so, and then make a line of blocks, and redstone dust leading up to here, 1 block away from that. So don't lead it into this block yet. Now we're going to get an observer and place it facing this way. So it should be looking at that redstone dust. So we can do the same for this one, although now we're going to bring it up to 1 floor higher. It's here, and it's okay if it has to go up a little bit. Just do this, and now place the observer there. And last of all, the 3rd floor. So you're just going to repeat this pattern until you get to the top of your elevator. Mine only has 3 floors though. So that is the redstone part of your elevator completed. Now there's just one last simple step, and that is to put the buckets into the dispenser. So while doing this final step, you're going to want to pay attention to what floor is currently selected while you're putting in the buckets. So it's floor 1 right now. So on the first floor, we are going to come in and scoop out the water source directly where the dispenser is, right in front of it. Be careful not to do any ones above it, because that could mess up the elevator. So now this floor is currently the one selected, and we won't go any higher than this floor. So in the dispenser, we're going to put a water bucket, and then on all the floors higher, we are going to put in an empty bucket, like so. And don't change what floor is selected while you're putting in the buckets. So your elevator should now be functioning properly. So floor 1 is selected, we're going to go in, and we'll come out on the first floor. Let's switch to floor 2. You might hear some dispensers firing. And we're going to come out on the second floor. And just going to switch to floor 3 for the last example. And here we are, 3rd floor. So you can make this go on for up to 8 floors with an item frame, or up to 15 like a lectern, like I said earlier. But that's it for this video. I hope this was helpful, and hope you enjoyed. Thanks for watching. Bye!